And I think you have to keep recalibrating the way you're sort of going up to true the vision and alignment with it. There's almost like you sometimes have to chiropractic on the vision of what's coming in, like, oh, how do I do this? And I think as a visionary or a leader or somebody who's bringing something new in, you have to spend time on that alignment and truing of something that's like in your soul's code that wants to come into manifest form. And then you get market feedback and you get input and you get experiments and failures, and all that helps to hone things from the bottom up. And you kind of need to cycle from the top to the bottom and up and down, like, because it's there. We've almost gone out of business several times. There have been so many different initiations that have just, and each one of them ultimately grew my capacity to then lead where we are. And that's building, we'll go later into this, where there's this whole new thing coming in around Wise AI that can build upon the sort of the online library of Alexandria that we've been creating. And then that creates another layer for help empower people to awaken in a more sustained way by having kind of a wiser version of AI to help empower that.
That's beautiful. I am trained as a coach and I can hear in your wording, I love what you said, initiation. Some of the words that you use, even the way you're looking at this, the recalibrating. I think it's important because anyone listening who has a dream, a vision, something they want to birth, this calibrating, this changing, this shifting, it's to be expected. And frankly, I think sometimes we think, that things are not going to change or we don't want them to change. And what I'm hearing is you really flowing with and moving with and seeing those challenges are almost going bankrupt as an initiation, as a learning, as a lesson, as this helps bring you to the next point that really is going to make a bigger impact for the higher good down the road. And that I'm pointing that out because I think this is important for anyone listening who has that bigger vision. And I know many people listening have a vision. And to hear that, to expect there's going to be shift and change and recalibration. That's part of the growth. So it sounds like you've become very hardy, very, very resilient and able to, I keep seeing you like trekking, if you're going up.
I'd say the difference has shifted in recent years is that, like, I came out of a little bit more of an efforting or psychology that, like, it had to be harder work, or that it was like required more self-sacrifice. And I've come more into like really seeing it's about, there's the balance, the alignment, there's a more trust of the universe that's kind of been infused in how to do this versus like, okay, I'm just going to push through and make this happen kind of energy.
Yeah, love that. And we talk so much, right? The pushing and striving versus trusting and allowing.